I swear, I hit these buttons and they fucking don't do shit. Okay. Swear, I hit the unmute button, the shortcut I bound to it, and it doesn't fucking do it, so I have to go in and physically click on it. I don't understand why. The second time it's done that this week. Alright, hello everybody, welcome back. We've got, well, the screen isn't showing, so one moment. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Man cannot do audio. I really can't. I suck at audio. That's a good thing to do when you record so much stuff. Oh my god. Oh no. Great. Okay, so I just realized my shortcuts for my little facial expressions aren't going to work. So you're going to see me constantly in a smile because I have to click off here every time I want to change my facial expression. The keybinds I have for the numpad don't seem to work while I have the full screen of this open, which is a little annoying. Alright, so this was recommended by Nerd Dragon. It's already kind of fucked me over a little bit because I didn't realize at first that I needed to click circle to select, as I didn't know as I posted. I think I posted this. Yeah, I posted it in the general chat. Okay, so we've got our difficulties. This is basically a Berserk game that was only released in Japan, but there's an ISO of it that I found that had basically had like English translations for all the text, which means we can actually play it and not get lost in all like the Japanese kanji. Because I am not that good at reading kanji. Not enough that I feel like I can get my way through a menu. Oh, okay. You know what? I feel like I might be able to work through like a really basic menu or identify a word I've seen like looked up and then be able to look it up again. I think I could probably do that, but man. Actually, I've been pulling out my book of like common words in Japanese, the 2,000 most common words book. And I've been bringing it to work for the last few days, and essentially been doing a handful of essentially like really basic words, and just writing them over and over again, like desu, or some of them aren't even kanji, but they're just like commonly used words like desu, riru. God, so I also had koto, which is a thing or matter, and oh wow, we found like. Yep, our brand is growing. Okay, so I think everybody here is aware that Berserk is just fucked up, right? We're all aware that Berserk is like a really messed up show. Do I need an explanation for what's going on? Okay, so we used to be friends with this like guy named Griffith. He led this band of mercenaries, and he sold us out to a bunch of demons for reasons and complications. And Guts was one of the only survivors, along with the lady over there who looks like she's going a little crazy, and they have these brands on them. That means that demons really want to eat us because we are the last remaining sacrifices for Griffin's ascendancy. He had to give up all the people he cared about. Oh man, oh man. Let's go. Okay, Puck the fucking fairy is going to teach me the secrets of combat. Yes, I want you to tell me the secrets of combat, very much so. Okay. All the possible actions. Let's do this. We actually need to pay attention to the tutorial too, because this is an old game and it might have some weirdness to it. Okay. What does the square button do? My god, I wish this were like a video tutorial, but it's like an actual click on the button each one. Wait, can you guys still not see this? What is going on here? We can only see Sony Presents. Okay, one second. Okay, I switched it to Windows 10. Yeah, I switched it to Windows 10, and that seems... Let's see if that actually fixes things. Okay, it's not recording it. It'll get stuck on a screen. And, okay, let me see. Okay, one second. We're having technical issues. Capture specific window. Let's do a capture on it, maybe? Game capture it? That's not working. Shit. What if I do that or do this? Okay, so alright. So we can't go full screen. We have to do this. We have to do what we see right here. So no full screen for us. Sorry guys, there's no full screen allowed. We can only play it like this. So you'll have to put up with my... Actually, you know what? I can go ahead and just, like, artificially full screen this. 1 second. Let me just pull this... Oh, come on. common thing on emulators, trust me. Yeah, I haven't used this emulator since we did the Draken video. And I didn't really think about the full screen, because when I was testing, I was constantly clicking back and forth. And it looked like it was working then. So, okay, so we got this now. We can do a full sword attack. So we can do a basic sword attack by hitting the... Alright. Hey look! It's the Elden Ring move. It's the Dark Souls move out of the Great Sword. What the frick is this? What the frick is this movement? Alright. Slicing on these snow golems. They're too weak. Look at this motion when he got like he's holding his sword after a blow. He's just kind of like waddles. It's like this thing is so fucking awkward. I still remember the text. I still remember like the lore behind this thing. It's literally a dragon slaying blade that was literally just a hunk of metal. It was too big for any person to read, and Guts is like, perfect, new sword. About weirdness. The game actually has well put systems. What difficulty are you playing on? I think I set it to normal, I believe. I'm still in the tutorial right now. Alright, we're on to the next tutorial. Okay, cool. I'm doing the tutorial because this is a game that's like very old and it might have some weirdness that I'm just not used to. So we're going through the different buttons and seeing what they do. I feel like this could have been done a lot quicker. They didn't necessarily need to have like an entire thing just for that. Okay, now this. How do we use it? Perform a powerful sword attack. If you hold down. Okay, so it's a charge heavy attack. Got it. Okay. There we go. Yeah. They actually have... Wait, they actually are like letting me chop off their limbs. Is this actual chopping, or is it like just auto-breaking some body parts? Because I know that Metal Gear Rising Revengeance had stuff like that, but that game like let you dice things apart and it like caused CPUs to chug. This thing does seem to be doing some actual destruction though. I can't tell if it's specific body parts though, or they're actually letting you you actually do choosing difficulty in menu. Check. No, I did it. They had an option when I started the game. There was an option when I started the game to select a difficulty level. Alright, we have like some meter being built up. Is that our health or what? I think we are actually chopping them. I think there might be specific points, but I do think it is related to where our sword is swinging. Like, I don't think it's just chopping off their arms because we hit their bodies, that kind of thing. Yeah, like when I hit their corpses, you can see they literally like chopping their heads off real quick. Like right there. I think it is doing limb destruction. Decapitation, Dragon Slayer nearly one-shots them. Yeah. Keep it up. You're doing great. I'm not really doing great, Puck. I'm kind of just flailing my sword out around wildly, hoping I hit something. Oh, man. Okay. Oh my god, so we have a dash? Oh, this is... I'm gonna say the thing. This is just like Dark Souls. No, it's just like DMC. Although, wait, DMC was DMC PS2? So this would have been coming around the same time as DMC, right? Alright, I love good movement. If you're not gonna make me a Dark Souls-like, give me some good movement. Because if you're either being Dark Souls and giving me really specified movement, or you're being this and giving me lots of movement. Bloodborne was kind of like the nice middle ground that had like lots of movement and also gave me cool dash. What a rotation of the trunk. This is actually pretty good for the time. Like for a PS2 game, this looks pretty sweet. The enemies are pretty basic, but they're literally snow golems, so I'm willing to bet we're gonna get some better stuff later on. The game is Dragon Slayer is heavy as shit. You have to lead your slashes. Yeah, I kind of noticed that. It's literally like playing with an ultra great sword in Dark Souls. Also, you want to try and get them like all clumped up like this so you can actually like hit them all. A bunch of guys at once. You don't really want to be going for like one at a time. You want to try and be going for at least 2 of them. Oh, shit. I will say, it is very difficult to swing this stupid sword correctly. There's a reason why I don't generally play with great weapons in Dark Souls games. Oh. God, I'm having to play against my arm. Here I am wearing a wizard hat and swinging a great sword. Although, I will admit this. I want to say I am probably going to be playing a bit of Elden Ring near the end of October or beginning of November as like a final breakup thing. No, wait. Shit, I hit the wrong thing. More or less, great sword about positioning, dragging stuff. Oh god, I hit the wrong button. Shit, it's doing me through the basic attack. Alright, how do I skip this again? Alright, how do I... Is there a way to skip this? Oh shit, I have to do the basic. God damn it, I have to do the basic tutorial again. Why does it let you select the same tutorial multiple times? I'm sorry. It's a basic button. I really should have skipped this. Then again, I don't want to because I feel like if I skip it, I'm gonna lose something important. But I also don't have much time, and I hate that I'm wasting like 15 minutes already in this stupid thing. I am getting better with the sword though. I'm leading my strikes more, like you said. There we go. Alright, got 3 at once with that one. More or less, great sword about positioning. Animation, the adjust. Yeah, he does have really good movement with Guts. They put a lot of effort into making him, like, move somewhat realistically. I mean, realistically for a guy who has a sword, like, larger than his body. But then again, Guts is pretty massive. Dragon Slayer's about as large when you add in all the muscle. I will say, I do really like how my, my thumbnail for this game, this video turned out. It is probably one of, if not my favorite thumbnail. And I can't say how much I love it. It is just my favorites. Think about as at the time and roll with the game may surprise you. Alright, we can provide counterattack. Okay. Come on. Come on, attack me. Come on, attack me. Do these things not attack me? Oh, they only attack after I attack. Okay, come on. I want to get my counter on. Come on, do this. This is the point of the sword where it's infused with his demonic power. Yeah, I think I know that much. Where it's like, whenever his sword is literally bathed in so much demon blood or whatever that it can attack spiritual beings, right? Or something like that. Okay, they really just will not let me practice my counterattacks. Whatever. Screw it, I'm just gonna kill them all. Until one of them actually attacks back. Hey Ramble, hey Dawnseeker, we're trapped in tutorial purgatory right now because the game won't make the enemies counterattack. Come on, attack me. Guard is important. I would do that if they would frickin' attack me. Good gods, come on. What are you talking about? Good, that's right. Oh, the Undead Rider or whatever he's called. The Skeletal Knight? The Skeleton Knight, right? Or whatever his name. I know what you're talking about. The guy who saved them at the end of, like, the blood sacrifice ritual. Oh my god. Good gods, will you die? There's not a problem. To the next one. Okay. Games journalist. I hate it, but you're not wrong. I wish I could say you're wrong. That's what you get for low difficulty. You know what? I think you're right. Oh, I was saying normal difficulty, I thought. Here, we're going to exit out of this. We're going to go back to the select difficulty. Because I can just skip. Oh. I have nothing more to teach you. Oh, shit. I skipped the tutorial. Alright, we're taking him down now. So we got a big one. I want to kind of get out of this tutorial hell. I can figure things out. I'm a big gamer. I can play games. It's fine. It's fine. Well, I was here on Tuesday because I was on my new weekend outing. Seeing video with my parents is I don't have to do their jobs while they help around the house. Okay. Counter attack. Get wrecked. Alright, got him. This guy isn't so fast. Oh, man. This game is fair, so you can go to the hardest one. I know the secret Dark Souls technique. Get behind and smack them in the butt. It works on so many bosses. That's kind of cool. Alright, so you're going out on like Tuesdays now, I guess. Okay, so we've unlocked like the demon power, I guess. That's what that brand is, right? Or something like that. And we got the lock on. Whoa! Ow. Alright. Ooh. Alright, we got the lock on with the L2. Or... Oh, we got our cannon. Right. Oh. Oh my god, you had to hold on like so many buttons together. Nearly changing into Sekiro. Hardest one is parry matters a lot. Ah. Whoa, shit. Okay, I'm getting utterly wrecked. I'm willing to bet this was harder difficulty, I would already be dead. Oh my, it keeps eating me. I keep running into it and it keeps eating me. Like an idiot. Okay, wait, I was trying to... Alright, so the block is... Ooh, X. So we want to do a block. Ow! I'm trying to do a block. Frick. Alright, so it's keeping me back with that. We need to, like, get in here. Counterattack! Destroy the arm. Alright, so we need to destroy the arms, so that way we can actually get in for damage. Oh shit. He didn't even grab me with his hands. Frick. Swing your sword, basic attack, and lock on as you go. Don't dash. Okay, I'm used to dashing a lot. Counter. Okay, here we go. I'm getting the flow of it. Going in for counter. Oh, wait, he can counterattack me? That's a new one. I guess my enemy's doing the parrying. Oh. This monster looks comical. Yes, and it's also kicking my ass. And it dodged my cannon. Wow. They kinda are, but this is what King Taro did, and this is what we got. Oh, frick. I'm trying to parry these things, but they're... Whoa! No! Oh my god, it keeps eating me! Can I get it to stop eating me, for frick's sake? I am getting utterly bodied by a PS2 era game. This is pathetic. I actually might not be able to turn it on higher difficulty. Holy shit. Oh god, where's the where's my enemy? What happened with the camera? Alright, there it goes. Oh. Alright, I really would like it to stop eating me every time it pops up. Oh my frickin'. Parry window is generous. For what? For eating me? Because I don't know how to parry the eating me thing, and I've been trying. I was trying to get out of the way of it, because every time I try and block it, I just end up eating. It's one of those games you have to figure out in order to have fun. Oh, wait, I think I've got something. I think I've got an idea. Wait, I can maybe I try to fire a cannon or something into its mouth when he tries to eat me? Maybe that'll do it? Well, I can also just, like, hit him in the behind. Ooh. Oh my, wow, I am just getting owned. This kids is why you don't skip the tutorial. Oh my god, seriously? Check on the block animation and try and time it if I may advise. Okay, I'm gonna try timing the block animation with the eating. And nope. Alright. Well, I can do the counter on the arms if I'm good at it. Okay, I got it. I got it. Okay, we got it. We almost got it. Ah. Okay, come on. No, we can do this. We can do this. We got this. We got it. All right, I got the timing down. I got the timing down. Earlier than you think. Yeah, it does actually. It happens. So I was trying to parry when I was actually getting to the mouth, like I would in like a modern game. It happens earlier, like right before you reach him. You kind of gotta parry. And if you're close to him, you just parry as soon as he starts sucking. You two attract more demons since you both protect the brand of sacrifice. Ah, yes, an expedition dump. Let's hurry to Elfheim. Once we're there, we can relax all we want. Not the worst coach after all. Thank you, Nerd Dragon. Thank you for your assistance. What is with this? I still don't really get what's with Puck. You know what the sad thing is? This looks about as good as Berserk 2016. I don't think Berserk 2016 looks much better than this. That is really sad. Because this came out in, like, what, the 90s? And I think this is, oh, no, early 2000s. I think this was 2002, if I'm not mistaken, right? PS2, was it 2002? I think, yeah, it was 2002. I recommended it, so it's nearly my duty to point to you. Let's continue on. We have to climb down this mountain. Alright. We're going down the mountain from the demon raid. I finally beat the snow boss. Alright, we can basically, like, nearly one-shot these guys. Alright. We can kill most of these guys before they can even attack, which is good. Like that. Oh, we got demon trees. We got demon trees. Oh, shit. Back up, back up, back up. Oof. Personally, think the PS2 could handle better graphics than this. It's a weird because yes, but also no. So the PS2 has ways of making things look better than this, but that's because certain games had like very stylized art styles. This is going for slightly more anime realism, or at least as realistic as an anime adaptation wants to go. It's still slightly cartoony, don't get me wrong, but it's very much like trying to replicate that anime look, but as a CG model. And while the PS2 can make things look better, it's usually due to the stylization stuff. Like, if you're looking at, when it comes to lighting and other stuff, you're not long. Yeah, this game was a bit stylized later. Yeah, it's like, oh. It's, again, all about, like, how you utilize the stuff you have, rather than what you do with it specifically. So, basically, in games like, God, what was it? Shadow of the Colossus. Shadow of the Colossus OG still looks pretty good, but part of that is because the game as a whole was heavily stylized for a certain look, and it used a lot of optimization behind the scenes stuff to make it look as good as it did. So while you could get things like that on the PS2, they were specifically working within the limitations of the engine. And that's how they got things to look that good. Alright. Keep an eye out, keep an eye out, keep going. Doesn't even look that bad, just lighting post-processing. Yeah, I mean, look at the model for Guts. This Guts, I mean, he's a little pixelated, but this could be upscaled pretty easily to a decent model. Like, it's basic, don't get me wrong, but you can still see the detailing on his armor and shit. Which is why the PS2 was like such a major leap over the previous generations. GameCube games could look really good, but the GameCube was actually the most powerful console of this generation. So the GameCube games will look noticeably better. Alright, I think these guys are just infinitely respawning. I might need to go, like, actually go up the tree. Alright, killed the tree. Cool. Alright, how many... Are these guys infinitely respawning, or is this just a really long fight? Or am I missing something? Look at the cape and face the mimic. Look at the cape. Oh wow, that cape, yeah, that cape does move. Move. Shit. Holy shit. Oh shit. I have been a fool. Damn it. I am very much I am sacrificed. I am very much a games journalism level difficulty for this game. Holy shit. Oh god, do I have to start all over? Oh god, it's old games where you didn't have like autosave. God. Okay. So I'm gonna keep myself on normal because I am apparently bad at this game. We don't have time to spend on you monsters. Really makes you think. Yes, the enemies are respawning infinitely. Okay. Good to know. Alright, we're gonna skip past this. So was that, did I need to specifically deal with the tree, or was I just trying to like run past everything? Teach you the secret of combat. I don't need you to tell me more about combat. I can just, yes, I'm sure. I just went through these tutorials. We can go kill that boss again. Hopefully I will do it faster this time. I can still farm them for experience and stuff like that. Yeah, but again, I'm used to like the whole Kratos thing where the enemies, enemies respawn until you kill them all, and then they stop respawning, and then you move forward with your life. Man, the loading times are really weird considering, it's really weird there's still loading times considering this is all loading off an SSD at the moment. Oh shit, I was way too close to him. Alright, wait, let's try and stay away from him. And then let him drag me in. Nope. Alright, hands, come and get me. Damn it. Ah, alright, block. Focus on getting the block timing down again. Ow. Alright, this guy isn't too fast. Yeah, but he can vanish beneath the ice like crazy. Cut him down. Cut him down a few days. Really is something From Software could have made into like a reverse Sekiro about Guts. Honestly, I would love to see a Guts like Souls-like kind of game. I'd love to see From Software do stuff with Berserk. Mostly because Miyazaki clearly has actual passion for the franchise, and he seems like a good person to try and adapt it. What soul horror be? Turn to pester my mind. How do you attack the perception of your soul? Maybe like destroying your sense of like your, not just your sense of self, but your sense of like what you are. So like, I don't know, like sort of like, oh, here's a good one. There was this thing in Supernatural. I know, cringe, but like it actually is a good idea. So there was this whole thing in Supernatural where Dean got sent to hell and died, and then eventually got brought back because bullshit, because the Supernatural twins can never stay dead. But while he was in hell, he didn't just suffer. He eventually made a bargain with one of the demons, and they wanted to corrupt his soul. So they made him a torturer instead, and he felt like he was becoming more and more a demon. And by the time he got back to being human, he had this like gaping spiritual wound where he felt broken and destroyed and half alive. Maybe that? Like the idea that hell doesn't just like destroy you or torture you for infinity, but eventually you become so corrupted you become a torturer? The slow corruption of yourself, not just your mind, but your very soul. That could be kind of soul horror to an extent. I think that would classify. Ow. I am getting better at this, though. Oh, frick. He says right before he gets in room. Maybe horror. That destroys the soul is one when you start believing in God because there's no other explanation. You hate him for it, like Riddick. Does Riddick believe in a soul? I didn't think Riddick believed in God or a soul. I thought he was just an assassin. Or a mercenary, or whatever the fuck Riddick's deal is these days. It's been a while since I watched the Chronicles of Riddick. Or are you talking about Rick? Because Rick Sanchez apparently proved there is a heaven. It's just a conglomeration of subconscious thought or some shit like that. Whatever side. Okay, why is the boss not spawning? There he goes. There, dead. Like he deserves to be. Alright, so it only took us 30 minutes to properly do this. To get good enough at the game, we can effectively clear the first boss. A lot of the text is in normal English, but a lot of it is just Japanese. So I do believe him, and I hate this bastard. By blurring the distinction between human and monster. So maybe instead of like your body turning into a monster, your soul would be almost like your very sense of self becoming more monstrous. If we go like the whole Dean thing. That could make some sense. But, like, that's also one of the only examples of that I can really find. I mean, there's other forms like that, but it never had... Because it wasn't that Dean was forced or mind-controlled to become a demon. It's that he was tortured until he willingly decided to become a torturer. And he willingly partook in these things while he was in hell. It was more the corruption of him, of his soul, than like just like brainwashing or making him into an evil minion or something. You know, it was different. It wasn't just about making him do what you wanted. It was about making him willingly partake in it. Maybe that would be something about it, like the corruption of innocence or whatever. Maybe soul horror to an extent. Oh shit. Again, I'm still impressed by the slashing physics. The greatsword can be used to lead enemies right before they charge them, which is nice. Oh. Best illustration, even if it does not respond directly, imagine souls be your sand. Oh. Oh my god, there's just like a wall of pain. Holy shit. Ow! Come on, stop. The trees, man. They hurt me. Sounds more like how to say a narrative, less like an attack on the soul. I mean, I don't really know what else you would do, though. Like, if you're talking about, like, destruction of a soul, that's just erasure from existence, so that's not really horror. Ah. I mean, maybe you could do stuff with, like, liches. Liches kind of probably would fall into soul horror. You know, stuff like Horcruxes and Phylacteries. I think that would technically fall under soul horror. I mean, imagine becoming so corrupted you literally mutilate your own soul. You've not just denied yourself, like, any sanity in life, but you've also destroyed any chance you have an afterlife because your soul is so corrupted and destroyed that when it's finally sent away, there's nothing left of it. But again, we get more, like, afterlife stuff, or denial of afterlife, which I'm not really sure is what they're looking for there. Alright. Oh, what is this? Camp menu overview. Yes, I'd like to enter the camp menu. Thank you. Thank God, the save point. Yes, let's go ahead and immediately save. Alright, game data has been saved successfully. It's still so weird. It's hard to attack something as formless as the perception of the soul. Yeah. Fullmetal Alchemist does a bit. Although it's more mental, but like, there's the thing with Alphonse where he and his brother like lost their, you know, tried to tamper with the nature of humanity in life and death. And they both lost a part of themselves. Al lost his whole, Ed lost a leg, and then Al lost his whole body, and Ed ended up giving up his arm in order to bind Al's soul to a suit of armor. And then part of the way through the show, they start wondering, Al gets like informed by another soul bound to a suit of armor who has more of a nihilistic worldview, Barry the Butcher. And there's this whole thing where he wonders if he's actually, he starts putting doubts into Al's head or whether he's an actual person and not just some random soul Edward fused to a suit of armor or something. Alright, I'm getting a little bit more of a hang of this. Fairy power! What does a fairy power do? Oh, it's healing. Cool. Yeah, I should probably be using that more often. We don't really have anything tangible. We have the flesh to represent the pillar, we have the brain to represent the pillar of the mind, and the soul represented by essence. You could have, maybe something like memory? Like, it's not just like your memory of yourself, maybe like, if you're looking for maybe like soul horror, maybe something similar-ish could be like a disruption of the perception of yourself after your death. Because if you're thinking of the soul as something that exists after your death, then maybe just a corruption of memory. Like, the idea of like, maybe this was a great hero, but they're eventually, I find it easy to damage the intangible. Like, maybe it's destruction of your memory of who you were until the world sees you as something so much different than what you actually were. Like a great hero who's remembered 1,000 years later as the world's greatest villain. A monster who destroyed countless lives. And the idea that he gave so much and then only for the world to believe him a monster. Like, I think I've seen something like that do a few times. I can't remember exactly where stuff like that would be, but... Guts, what are you doing? What you doing, Guts? What are you doing? Oh, hello, Griffith. What the fuck are you doing here? Not the parts themselves. This is all that's left of the Band of the Hawk, Griffith. What are you talking about? Disorganized is to destroy. Huh. Anything I can still say in my heart. But it looks like I'm free. It's like, I love how this thing is literally just... You don't care about all those people you betrayed. They literally risked everything to come save your fucking life, asshole. Oh yeah, this guy. I'm glad, boy. Oh, shit. Answer's pretty neat. Mutilate soul or crush. If you want to pass, defeat me. This is the demon that almost wrecked our shit back in like the prologue of this show, essentially, back in the Golden Age arc. He was like the one supernatural thing we encountered for a long time, and then that was like, oh. Oh shoot. Look out. The myth, the legend, the motherfucking Zod. A motherfucking Zod. Shit. Alright, don't go recklessly attacking. He will counter me over and over again. Alright, here he comes. Alright, countered him. Got it. No, most of the things you mentioned aren't tangible. You can't touch them or perceive them. Oof! That hurts. Oh shit. Ah! You can still deal damage to something you can't touch. Get ready on backs and forths with bosses. Yeah, actually, this is kind of fun. Fairy magic, heal me. Heal me. Whew. Oh, shoot. Damn it. Alright, well. Cannon! Oh yeah, point blank cannon, bitch! Oh shoot. Told you to go with hard. Well, yeah, but after that first thing, I didn't want to... I'm more trying to find, like, just get a taste of the game today. I'm not looking to, like, do the whole playthrough right this time. And I also don't want to get too hard and not make any progress, because that'd be kind of boring. The cannon, though, is ridiculously powerful. I might abstain from using it just because it's really good. Zod. Wow, we are just like banging these shits of metal against each other, aren't we? Man. Okay. I can already tell it's gonna see some like fucking interference nonsense, right? Maybe I will kill him, who knows? Dude, this is fucking guts. He will end up killing way scarier things than you, I'm sorry. He killed a dragon. He killed a giant Leviathan god from inside. You are far from the scariest thing he has ever fought. You can see flesh, you can feel flesh, you can perceive flesh. Oh shoot. You may not feel individual cells, but don't speak for me. Come on. Oh, frick. Timings are really annoying. Ugh. Your body will just... Whoa. Come on. And you were saying I needed to, like, actually, like, not turn up the difficulty. You said I need to turn up the difficulty, and I'm like, no, this is about where I need to be for this game right now. Ow. Don't disappoint me. Hey, asshole. Could you maybe not? Ugh. Boom. Boom goes the cannon. Oh my god, it's this camera. I hate fixed cameras so much. Okay, there we go. Counter, bitch. Ow. You countered me back. Alright. Oh, we got an arm! We got an arm! We did some real damage here. Is this man picking up his arm to use the club? Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that's hardcore. Oh my god, I'm pushing! Jeez! Sounds like gibberish to me, Nerdo. Oh shoot! Ow, that hurts. That hurts so much. Oh yeah, counter, bitch! Come on, push. There we go. Oh, shoot! I was hitting as quick as I could. I was hitting as quick as I could. Oh, come on. I was trying to counter that. Oh, my God. He has so little wind-up to his attacks. Alright, counter. Oh. Alright, heal. Cool. We got this. We want to answer Dawn Seeker, give it a try. Abstract question needs abstract solution. He's not wrong, Dawn Seeker. Oh, frick. Okay, he's like stun locking me into the ground here. I need to do some damage. Man is like annoying. Dear gods. It's not random. To do stuff you have to think about it first. Oh, Nerdo knows what's up. Come on. Hit. Alright, I was hitting as hard as I can. What the fuck is up with that QTE? Shoot! That might actually kill me. Oh, man. He's got so little health left. Come on. Oh, my God. Seriously! God damn it. This is Nerdo telling me to increase difficulty. I'm just like, yeah, no. Yeah, no. I need game journalist difficulty. And it's the old gaming ways where the save point is the save point. No ifs, and, or buts about it. No starting at the beginning of the fight. None of that modern BS. We're gonna go back to the save area like a proper player. I probably have some experience points though, so I might need to use some of that to like level up or something maybe. Let's see. Because I know I killed some decent... I know I killed that other boss. Let me see if I have, actually. Let me go check the camp menu again real quick before we go on. To simplify this. Alright, let's try to raise level. Do we have enough experience to raise level? We have 3,000 points. That's not enough to raise any of these levels. Okay. Mom, can't I just quit the game? I can't just quit the game. It is retro, though, to take you back to the title menu, huh? Oh, it's been so long since I had 1 or 2 games in the GameCube that would do that. 1 or 2. I forget exactly which ones, but I do know there were a few. But it's been a long time since I've seen games that will actually take you back to the start. Alright. Heal. Oh, frick. Alright. Mom, I can't just quit the game. I don't know if I want to quit the game or quickly rush through it. Ooh. Oh my god. Okay, let's head back this way. And slash through here. Alright, we're getting the main one. Get the main one. Alright. Bro, this is that... But yeah, this is that old school unfiltered gaming. That doesn't simply simplify anything. Sorry, this is the most simple way of putting it. God, it's the word simple. Over and over. Okay, it was a wall. We can't go that way. Alright, so we don't want to dash too much because we'll end up like doing that pause. Oh shit, here we go. Getting into the fight now. We find Griffith. That makes Guts go berserk. Gatsu, sorry. We're using Japanese. This is the... I don't really think we're ready to get into biochemistry of it. Exactly. Your question isn't either your Dawn Seeker. Yeah. Also, I've given you like a bunch of examples of things that like aren't technically the body or the mind and can kind of be it, but you're like, eh. It's like if you're not going to go for abstract stuff or like maybe literary like thematic stuff, then I don't know what to tell you. Counter. Get wrecked. Countered. I am getting better, I think. Oh, a little bit. A little bit. I'm getting a little better. Counter, you bitch. Get countered. Oh, yeah. Alright. Blows are too strong to be defected. Alright. Counter. Alright. Alright. Doing better this run around. Doing much better. See, I can learn. Sort of. Oof. Nope. That one I did better poorly. Pillar of Soul is one of the pillars that's inviolable. Let's go and just heal up real quick and let that start recharging. Alright. Oof. Alright, and get him again. There we go. I have violated many souls already. That just sounds wrong. Why would you say it like that? It just sounds wrong when you say that for some reason. Also, souls can be corrupted, absolutely. I mean, that's like the entire principle. That's like a regular thing in most afterlives. Although, sometimes you could wash shit off. Like, Leith could wash a soul clean as a blank new slate. The River Leith was one of the rivers, like the River Styx in Greek mythology. That's the one where you dip into it and your entire being gets washed away and everything goes away. It could even render gods blank new empty shells, so... It's pretty horrific fate. I'd say that's a kind of soul horror. It resets you, not even just your, like, not even just, like, your current life, but all the lives you've lived are washed away, too. Oh. I'm trying to do like a slash and then block, but every time I do a slash... Oh, shoot. Damn it. Alright, getting the counter done, though. Oh. Oh. Oh, frick. Alright, reversal. And heal. Okay, I cannot... That quick time event is really annoying. Ugh. Okay, stop stomaching me. That's an asshole thing to do. Oh, frick. If you believe that there's still a place to debate if you're seeking some truth or something. Alright. There we go. There we go. We're killing the Zod. We're killing Zod. Finally. He can go rest in like many different pieces. Man, we are making very slow progress. An hour in, I've beaten the opening intro boss. Not even the tutorial boss, like the intro boss, you know? Alright, come on Zod, let's do this. That's enough, Zod. Wait, no. We have fighting to do. We have fighting to do, you fucking asshole. You're not just gonna leave? No. Bullshit. Nothing has changed. Griffith, you sacrificed thousands of people and doomed the world to a newfound apocalypse. You are an asshole. Wow, he sucks. Wow, he sucks so hard. You know what the worst part is? The author's dead now, so we're not getting any closure to that shit. The author is dead. We are getting no closure to this. God, there are a few things worse than not being able to get closure for a story. It eats away at you inside. Alright, I need to find a save point immediately. Oh god, there's more stuff now. You unclean beings. Is everything infinite respawn? Because that will get old very quickly. Yeah, it looks like everything is infinitely respawning. Berserk is still coming according to his Kintaro's notes. It is? Okay. I mean, hey, hopefully nothing happens to those notes. Alright, let's keep going. Oh, you really can't just, like, run past everything, huh? Man, the old days of video gaming, before From Software came around, it was like, why would enemies wait to attack you? Like, in a Dark Souls game, I'm just saying, these dog creatures will be biting at my heels, nibbling at me as I run. Instead, they won't even attack me when I stop. Like, jeez. These enemies are very, very bored. Alrighty. So where are we going? Come on, come on, come on. I just gotta find a save point. I'm so desperate for a save point. In 2022, XX Berserk will be finished. So what you're saying is you're not gonna be able to finish Berserk. You will not be alive by the time Berserk finishes. Then again, I won't be alive by the time Hunter x Hunter finishes, so I guess we both get to live unsatisfied. Besides, I have way more things in the Mystery of Berserk building through me. Like, let's be honest here, I have like far more shows that are like way more annoying. Tower Prep is still an annoying show for me, just because it was a mystery show, and so they built up all this mystery plot in the first season, gave us a good cliffhanger plot twist, and then it's like, oh, sorry, we're never coming back, and the authors refused to share any information. At least your author left notes behind. Our author was apparently a jackass and decided he wanted to try and sell. He thought the series was too good for that shit. Mother trucker, I am a dragon. You're a dragon living on Earth. I doubt we have another 100 years here. Yeah, but the humans need to survive too, and let's be honest, they're not making another century. Again, I haven't read Hunter x Hunter either. Okay, we got a loading screen. I really, really wish I had been able to find a save point. What's that? It's like we just stumble into abominable monstrosities. Gotta love it. What the heck is that thing? What is that? Oh, the dogs are barking. They are barking quite loudly, so Blythe is very upset. Treasure called Spriggan. Spriggans are all over the place, so keep an eye out for them. Keep an eye out for the Spriggans. Look, he even has a great sword like Guts. Oh, we can save here. Cool. I'd like to save my progress. Yes, please. I can always try. Can I raise my level yet? Oh yeah, I can. Cool. Wait. Sorry, I keep using X to, oh, it's a stage select. It's not like one continuous world. Alright. Let's see here. What should I upgrade? I don't want to get invested in a story I won't finish. That is fair. Okay, sword mastery, charge attack, arm cannon. So currently I think I can only really upgrade throwing knives or sword mastery. I guess I'll go ahead and upgrade, no, well, I didn't mean to do that. I was meant to go back, but I keep flipping back and forth. Oh, man. To be fair, I often do this to myself. I read fan fiction, which if you've never read an ongoing fan fiction story, my God, this is an emotional roller coaster. Because you don't know, because like you'll be like, all right, he hasn't updated for a month, but that could be anything. The author, they might just be busy with their lives, and then that month turns into a year, and the year turns into 2 years, and you keep justifying things because we all have like one story. All the other fan fictions you read, you know that there are like authors that'll come back after like 5 years, and then all of a sudden one day you remember this story you've checked out every once in a while that you really liked, and you realize it's been a decade since the author posted anything, and you're like, oh, it's dead, is it? I'm never getting that brain space back. I know that feeling. Like, it's not even like manga, where you know who the author is and they might have released some information on what they had planned for the story. Like, some fanfiction writers will just disappear into the ether with no info on what the story, like, the plans were or anything. It hurts. The worst part is that, like, a lot of fanfic stories are very flawed, but every once in a while there's one that just like really stands out, like Hitchups or Prodigal Son or Nightfall, or like just general fanfic stories that just tend to stick out for me because they have like good, competent writing behind them. Actually, one of the ones I'm actually interested in right now is like 3.5 weeks. And the author came back after like a 1.5 years away, which was kind of good. And then again, you can never really count on fanfic writers being out, because sometimes they will just come back out of nowhere and finish a story. So like I think that's the worst part though. There's hope. There is hope that this could be fixed. With an anime production, if like an anime gets discontinued, you know, generally speaking, you're hoping for a reboot at best if it's a popular enough show. If it's not a popular show, you're not really hoping for anything. And if the manga gets canceled, the manga gets canceled. Like, there's maybe the author will release the ending. Remember to develop character and save points. I did. I've been checking out my character development. I just haven't really had that much XP. I increased my sword mastery because it was one of the only 2 things I could level up. The only other thing was knives. Alright, killed the monster tree. Cool. Okay, cool. Let's go. So yeah, there's this like thing where in a fanfiction, like when you're reading it, you're just like hoping for that next chapter. The worst part is there are some really, once you start like reading stories, especially within a similar fandom, you start to see these cutoff points where people have ideas, but they didn't really develop that idea into like a full plot, and it's very clear they only developed it as an initial hook. And so they'll get to like a major plot point of story, like in Naruto, it's often like post-Chunin exams or post-Sasuke retrieval arc, the story will just cut out randomly. And it's because they didn't really think to develop the story beyond that. And as a result, they weren't really expecting. Why are you going after Griffith? They weren't really expecting to get this far almost. Or they didn't think about this far because they were just like cashing out an idea they had. Which is frustrating, but also like it's even more clear sometimes that you're not going to... This woman pointing to you more so than Griffin. Completed fanfics are the way. Although again, there are some fanfics I'm willing to read and I'm glad to have read despite them never being finished. There's actually a really good Naruto fanfic called Team 8. It's I think one of if not the highest rated thing on... Oh shit. This game be bloody. It's one of the highest rated Naruto fics on fanfiction.net. And... oh, look, Brain Parasite. And it's basically like, what if Kurenai got Naruto on her team instead of Kiba? And it's a really well-written fic that fleshes out this several side characters into more complete, full character arcs. I really like what they did, partially because they also stuck with Itachi just being a bastard, which I get the whole Itachi tragedy arc, but I do like sometimes when fanfictions go into the whole, let's just say he actually was just a bastard and not like a secret hero in disguise. All in all, though, it is a really good fic, and it's incomplete. There have been some fanfictions based on it, like late game in stuff, that have sort of a melancholy and tragedy to them, which I kind of like. But generally speaking, it's an incomplete fic that cuts out a little bit after the Chunin exam arc. And that's basically where it was left. Forever. It's never getting finished. It was in the same state when I first found it years ago back in high school. And it has not progressed like a single chapter since. But I still like the story. I still think it's a good story. It has the benefit of cutting off at a point in the main plot where they were about to do like the time skip essentially. So it's already at like kind of a stopping point anyway for the story, which is good. The worst part is if they leave you on like an actual freaking cliffhanger, like real cliffhanger. Not just, and then you can just imagine Shippuden plays out, but with these initial setup conditions. The worst fanfictions for me, though, are the ones that have so much potential, and they squander it. Like, maybe like they're unfinished, and the writing is a little harsh, but man, you like their idea. And nobody else has really done anything like that idea before. There are very few that meet that qualification. A lot of them I have marked down as just like whatever, but every once in a while I'm like, that idea is really cool. I wish more people would do it. Honestly, there's this one writer, Jinx77, who has like a bunch of fanfics I really like the concepts for. And they are basically notorious for me personally, in my opinion, for never having like finished anything. I don't think they have a single finished story on their bio. At least none of the ones I've read from them are finished. And they finished, like, they stopped pretty early on. Like, they cut off pretty early. But they introduced so many interesting ideas, even for, like, crossover fics, which generally are my favorites. But, like, man, when you can find some good stuff for that, it really works out well. And he has several really good fics. But, like, he just finishes none of them. But I still really enjoy them. And it's frustrating because he has some really great ideas. And the worst part is, he's clearly trying. Like, this isn't a guy who just, like, makes ideas alone. He did a rewrite for one of his better crossover fics. That was like a Naruto Teen Titans crossover. And it was actually one of my favorites from him. And I was actually really excited when he started doing the rewrite version. Because I was like, oh my god, is he actually going to try and finish this story? That'd be so cool. Remember Crazy Bochi the Rock fanfic I remember? The premise was Bochi died, and it was about how the character is carried on without her. Not a typical fanfic I would read, but it's everyone. I've read those before too. Yeah. Yeah, I like some sad stories. I like some fun action stories. I like some stories that are just, you know what? Let's let the character be overpowered for a bit. I have gotten bored with like character gets everything stories, if that makes sense. There's actually a big red flag I've noticed in a lot of stories. Character had their powers sealed away by the inventor figure who's actually secretly evil. And one of the things that was sealed away, and this isn't actually inherently a bad thing, because I've seen bashing stories where like they twist the kind old mentor into an evil villain. That's fine. No. There's a red flag though in those ones. There's a red flag in that particular like sub-genre of fanfiction. And it is one of the things that was sealed away in Eidetic memory. It has no reason to be there, because the writer never treats it like they actually have an eidetic memory usually. It's just listed on a bunch of buffs the character gets, and it's there for like no narrative reason. And whenever I see it there, I always know it's there for no narrative reason, because it's really obviously stored in with a bunch of overpowered other bullshit. That often usually makes them some sort of royalty too, because why the fuck not? And it always screams to me, okay, this is like teenage fanfic writer. Got it. Which is nothing wrong with that, but also, oh man. There is They're exhausting. Because there's not really much to them. And I've also learned that they just kind of, they don't really make much narrative sense a lot of times either. They tend to just kind of like, and then this happened, and then this happened, and the character of at least is stomped through all of the stuff that happened in canon. Mercenaries who died around here. And again, the identic memory is generally just like a shithead call out for me. Like, if I see this in a big scroll where they get unsealed from all their true potential or whatever, I know this is probably a story where I'm just not going to enjoy it. Sort of like how if Truck-kun is actually how someone dies in an isekai and it doesn't seem that profound. Again, it's not an automatic bad thing. If there's actual good writing before that happens, maybe it's just they're just having fun. But it's one of those, it's not even like unnecessarily a problem in and of itself, because it doesn't really affect the story, like I said. But it's a call out for the type of writer that is writing this story, if that makes sense. I've never understood why it gets thrown in, because they never like act like having an identic memory has changed this character at all. They still actively like regularly forget shit and have to be reminded of stuff, so it's just like, okay, why? What was the point of this? I don't know. It's a thing, though, I guess. It just is. Alright. It's one of those many things I've learned about fanfiction over the years, though. Just like, and again, it can be good. I don't like saying that, because I don't like talking about that usually, because fanfiction can be really freaking good if it wants to be. Like, legitimately, some of the best stories I've read have been fanfiction. Not like the best. The best are usually fully original stuff. But like Hitchups was really fucking good. And I've had several others on that level of quality. Team 8 was a fantastic story that I would actually... Like, there are fan fictions that I want to get physical book copies of. I've actually thought about trying to get like a leather-bound copy of Hitchups. You know, get it all printed out on proper paper. Get somebody to get, you know, order a custom leather cover for it and have it actually fucking bound. Just because the character has better memory doesn't mean the writer does. Yeah. Fair. And again, it's not even that the character has identic memory. Ooh, that's a red flag. It's were all their powers unsealed because of Great Betrayal, and identic memory was just casually thrown onto a list that's like 2 pages long and full of a bunch of unnecessary bullshit that only comes up maybe once in the whole plot and never again. Like, that's bad writing regardless of if it's a fanfiction or not. It's not about, like, the fanfiction or that dang memory. It's just I've just noticed that a lot of the ones who do this kind of thing and throw a lot of ancillary bullshit on there, throw identic memory as one of the pieces of ancillary bullshit. If that makes sense. Alright. Yeah. There's low quality and there's high quality. Although there's also medium quality fanfiction. There's actually medium quality stuff. Although I do think some are really cool. One of my recent favorites was Akuma Kami, I think is the name of the author. Oh shit. Uh-oh. What the fuck? Why is Berserk constantly... Why is Berserk constantly using this shit? Oof. But no, he did this Friendly Neighborhood Ninetales, which is the Naruto fanfiction I would actually really recommend. It's legitimately interesting because it has Naruto basically when Sasuke shoves the Chidori into his gut at the end of like part 1. They have him turn into the Ninetales. And it's not like one of those ones where he just gets a giant power-up and is essentially human 99% of the time. No, he's an actual giant Bijou, and he can't turn back. And the Ninetales is like dead. Like, he gives Naruto the power because he doesn't want any human to ever forget that he was there, kind of thing. And it's really interesting because now he has to deal with being a gigantic kaiju that really can't live in the village anymore, but he's also not, like, betrayed by the village either. Like, for legitimate reasons, Danzo is like, I don't want to interfere with this because we have a chance to have a Bijou as a loyal soldier, but also is constantly spying on him for, like, you know, nefarious-ish reasons. The entire world is reacting to the idea that the Bijou could be supplanted by human consciousness, and it's going places. The author updates like once a month on the regular. He has a very consistent update schedule, which is really nice. And he also has another fic, which is not really one of my favorites, but it's kind of interesting just as like a very, very weird crossover. It's Godzilla and Attack on Titan. You would think that would be a normal-ish crossover, because Giant Monster and Giant Monster, right? No. Basically, it's what if instead of the Attack Titan, Eren could turn into Ghidorah? It's so weird and so out there as a premise, but the author actually does a good job and has decent writing, and I'm like, this is actually kind of fun. So I usually check up on that one every month, alongside the Friendly Neighborhood Ninetales. Hey Noah, good to see you, bud. Like Nerd Dragon said, it's good to see you, Noah. We are currently playing through one of Nerd Dragon's recommendations, that is this Berserk game. And also talking about fanfiction and what makes fanfiction, can make fanfiction actually kind of good. But it's not all just trash. Alright. I shouldn't avoid crossover. Yeah, I know. I get that, Dawn Seeker. I get that. And quite frankly, I understand why you would avoid crossovers. Most crossovers are some of the worst fanfictions. Like, fanfiction already has a pretty skewed good to bad ratio, but when you go to the crossover sections, that ratio gets much, much worse. This game's a bit of an overlooked gem and is profound enough that I can probably recommend. That's cool. Oh look, it's the stuff from Berserk 2016. Been looking for it myself. Original characters are also very iffy and hard to do. Yeah, if I see an OC as like the default character, like one of the listed characters, I get nervous. Generally because that usually means it's a self-insert. Not always, but a good like 50 to 60% of the time, if an OC is listed in the like list of characters for a story, it's a self-insert. Which is nothing wrong with that. You can do whatever you want, write whatever you want. A lot of people, you can do whatever you feel like. I just don't personally enjoy that much. Oof. But like, yeah, OCs are really hard to do. They're not impossible. I've seen good OC characters. Honestly, if you do original characters right, they can be some of the best characters in your story because you have the most freedom with them to actually make them good. Like, they can be some of the best characters in your story if you know what you're doing. But at the same time, they can also very easily become the worst parts of the story. Alright, heal me. Do you like this game so far? It's old, but it's kind of fun. It's a bit of a mindless beat 'em up, but it's like fun about it. It has a decent parry system. I'm just like terrible with it. I will say I'm not a huge fan of the infinitely respawning enemies. I don't know. I get that it actually makes sense in lore for this game, because the whole point is that demons are coming out of the woodworks after Guts and his soul brand. So like, that makes sense. I get why it's happening in lore, which is, very few games can actually do the lore behind infinitely respawning enemies well. You know? There's always exceptions to the rules. Yeah. I will say, the OC rule is probably one of the hardest ones, though, because the number of good OC characters is, like, really small. Like, legitimately tiny. I actually cannot think of any off the top of my head. I know I have read some stories with good OCs from fanfiction. I just can't think of any off the top of my head, which I think is like enough you can say that it's really rare. It's just really rare. Also, I am like reading out like a motherfucker right now because I got a bunch of new books. I actually like 2 weeks ago, Naomi Novik released one of her books. I think I mentioned that. I'm very excited to get into it, but first I'm gonna finish the Rachel Aaron one because I've already kind of like planned to start that. And then I've got like several other things that I had missed in September that are about to come out in November or that are coming out later in October. And it's just like, I think I'm gonna have like 6 books to read in the next like 2 months, which is a big difference from like summer where I felt like whenever I looked for the new releases, I couldn't really find anything that fit my vibe or things I wanted to like really read. God, these fucking bunches of prees are annoying. Oh my god, come on, stop. Stop it. Alright. There we go. Good for you. Yeah, I know, right? I'm happy to find more book stuff. I do also really need to finish my Expedition 33 review. So I was nearly done with it, and I ended up, like, essentially starting one segment over, because I really didn't like how the gameplay segment had turned out. I left out a few details looking back, and I was like, I want to kind of redo that. The worst part is the longer the review has taken, the more I've been like nitpicking it, because the longer the review takes to make, the higher quality I'm expecting it to be. And it's just this never-ending little cycle, and I really need to let it go, and I've decided that this is probably the last edit. And after this, I need to go ahead and re-edit that. Like, this is the last like script change, because I have a 3 script change limit that I am actually past on this one. This is technically a 4th script change, so I really need to not do this. The thing is, it was actual information that I had left out about the shooting thing, which is one of the few flaws of the game, which was that I feel like the weak point shots mechanic, where you can use a gun with your action points to shoot weak spots in enemies, kind of fell off in the 3rd act, where not a lot of enemies had it. Especially the bosses stopped really having that mechanic you can utilize. Is getting hard to find with Barrier Knows Fun. It's not so much Barrier Knows Smut, it's just that romance-heavy stuff has always been really popular in fantasy, especially the kind of like YA-ish adjacent area that I tend to frequent. Not all the stuff I'm into is like YA, but like it's like very like YA adjacent, if that makes sense. And the thing is, romance has just always been a strong category there. It's not even necessarily smut, because I wouldn't even call like the 4th Wing smut. I mean, it has some stuff. I've talked about that in the past, but like, it's not really like that. It's romance focused. And again, you can do it well. The 4th Wing, I would actually argue, is one of the ones that does it pretty well. Or okay. It's not one of my favorites. I mean, so no Rachel Aaron. Rachel Aaron makes her pairings actually feel like real people who have reasons to be together outside of just Google eyes. Ugh. Oh man. This frickin' area. I wonder if I'm gonna get to another boss before 9:30 hits. I will say there is a lot more romance this year, and a lot less of the stuff I'm really into. Oh, also another book I found. I actually found out that there's a sequel to the Book of Night, which is actually a really cool. So there's this really cool thing in. There's this really cool book I found I think it was like 2 years ago. It's called the Book of Night, and one of the reasons it was so cool is that it had like shadow magic as its main like power system. It was an urban fantasy world where people started developing shadow magic a few years back, and it became like a main part of like modern life. The thing with shadow magic though is it's very parasitic. In order to upgrade your shadow or use like weird shadow stuff, you basically have to steal shadows from other people and stitch them together into new forms. So, like, for example, you can give people the ability to, like, fly a few inches off the ground. It's not, like, that much, but it's still, like, a bit of flight or hovering. But in order to make the wings in the shadow, you basically have to... And I'm going to go ahead and just blast these things. You basically have to stitch another person's shadow onto your shadow. And utilize it to build out the wing infrastructure. So there are downsides to losing your shadow. I forget what the exact like downsides are, but basically there's like having your shadow stolen from you gives you like serious like mental or physical downsides. And the main character, the main character is essentially a thief who is going in to steal the Book of Shadows, which is this powerful, shadow mage tome. It's a little complicated. I forget the exact details in the plot. I need to really refresh myself on it before I read the new book. I do remember very much liking it, though, and enjoying the story. I was pretty positive on the review, I believe. So it is definitely something I'm going to be interested in actually reading, which is good. And it also gets me away from just dragon books. Because regardless of how often I read dragon books, I don't just like dragons. I like loads of fantasy concepts. Dragons are just my favorites. They're my pet subgenre, I guess you could say. Okay, so we've got lots of stuff here. We can't upgrade that, huh? God, we can't upgrade our endurance. God damn. Okay. And like weird fantasy concepts have always been a good thing. Actually, if you're looking for a really good read that's more like modern urban fantasy that doesn't have a lot of fantastical elements in it, I would highly recommend The Book of Doors. It is this really cool, kind of self-contained story. Doesn't seem like it needs like a sequel or anything. Basically, the main thing is that there are weird books with weird powers. Each book can do a specific thing, and the main character is accidentally given a book called The Book of Doors. When basically there's this old person at the cafe that she works at who she loves to read, and he gives her this book just before he dies. And it's revealed to be the Book of Doors. And the whole gimmick is that if you're holding the book and you're thinking about a place and you open a door, you can go anywhere on the planet. It's really well written, and I don't want to spoil it. The book, let's put it this way, the book doesn't just let you go to physical places. It lets you get a little bit more ridiculous. It might actually be one of the most overpowered teleportation devices in all of fiction. It is that insane. And it turns out that a long time ago, there were a group of people who collected these books, but their library got utterly destroyed when this crazy, insane nutjob lady, who's just referred to as the woman across like all the books, she had been collecting books. She's a complete psychopath, and whenever she comes across another user of a book, she will brutally murder them and then steal it. And she's collected a lot of them, which means she can also just do a bunch of really, really disgusting stuff, like rip your blood out of you, crush you with a thought. She's got books for like almost everything. It's hard to hide from her. And the Book of Doors is considered the best of the books because when one of the heads of the library found out that she was after them, instead of allowing her to destroy them, what they did was they used a book called the Book of Shadows, and they put a piece of one of its pages into the doorframe and shut it, and then banished it into essentially the Shadow Realm. The problem is that even with the Book of Shadows, they couldn't get back in. So the library was lost to the woman, but it was also lost to everyone else. And as a result, he ends up trying to track down the Book of Doors in order to return to the library so he can maybe protect it some more. But what ends up happening is that he has to explain to the main character, it's like, hey, people, they aren't quite ghosts. What in the world's happening in this mansion? He ends up trying to like explain things and get her to give the book away, but it's hers and she doesn't want to get rid of it, and also she wants to travel the world, and this is kind of like her dream come true, so she decides to keep it. But there's this really, really dangerous people, actually a lot of very, very dangerous people after them, and the Book of Doors in and of itself is like considered the holy grail of the books because it was one of the first ones to ever be rumored about And it's kind of been like this goal that a lot of the collectors of these magic books have been after for a long time. Which is explained by the fact that it's ridiculously OP. Not in like a physical combat sense, the book doesn't really let you do a lot of things to other people, but in like a metaphorical sense, and also just in a versatility. It's probably one of the most useful tools in all of existence. Really cool. Really cool series. Not series, sorry. Really cool singular book. It's not part of a larger series. It's called The Book of Doors. I cannot recommend it enough. It was actually my favorite book of 2024. Which is saying something, because Rachel Aaron had 2 of her things come out that year, and several other things came out. You destroyed it. Oh, they're demons. Who are you? Who are the kids? Uh-oh, demons coming. Oh look, more snow demons. Right? Am I wrong? It's gonna be more snow demons, isn't it? Did you forget my voice? Oh, it's one of the members of the band's The Hawk. Oh, this is fucked up. Oh, that's horrible. Uh-oh. But yeah, there's a lot of good stuff that's not just like dragon stuff. Band of the Hawk. Got the wrong idea. It's for the sake of Commander, then it's fine. You guys like screamed and fought against the demons. Don't you dare. Actually added to the game, expanding on the original especially. You know why we were still halfway between this world and the next? Because your life was very important to Griffith. You would be over here with the rest of us too. Going to avenge us. Ha, what bullshit. No soldier will look the other way when the leader's in danger. Oh shit, we have to fight our former comrades as ghosts. Damn. Okay. Alright. Alright. Kill him, go on. Oh shit, counter damage. Oh, that's knives. Those are knives. And he's gone. Alright. Got him. And wreck him with the ultra attack. Yes. Well, I am coming to see what you mean by, like, up the difficulty. But at the same time, I don't think I would have gotten this far if I had upped the difficulty. All right. Oh, I fired that in the completely wrong direction. All right, come on. Focus on him. Got him. Got him. Man is a coward. His doctoral is hilarious. The way he holds his sword, too. Man, to like... He's kicking my ass, but he is holding that sword like a fucking coward. I believe in you. You are already in enough to figure out the higher difficulty. Liking the game? It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. It's pretty basic, but that's, like, for the time, it was probably pretty sweet. It's interesting. I will say, it has the issue I have with playing with a greatsword in action RPGs in general, which is the really wide swings. But that is literally the point of the game, so, like, you know. I do enjoy it. I think it's good. Why are we leaving the... I get the mention's cursed or whatever, but like... And... It's a burnt, ruined wreck. Of course it is. Spooky ghost... It's a spooky ghost mansion. You won't get away. Ooh, evil ghost child. It's not Souls-like RPG with tones of statistic. It's more Sekiro. Yeah, it is more Sekiro-like with the parry system and the counter blows being very important. I will say that. That is true. Better get moving since it's cold out here. Creepy. Alright, more monsters. Fun. Oh my. Yeah. Okay. Not the fucking trees. I hate these stupid goddamn trees. I am getting the hang of dealing with them though. You cut off the one branch and then let them fucking rot. Alright. There we go. Few gripes with another Birth novels is there's supposed to be a retelling of the main hack games. The writer never played the game, so several times the POVs get mixed. Ah, I see. That's interesting. Yeah, I can see that. Feels more like we're on a journey now. We must continue hunting the Black Swordsman. We killed monstrosities. I thought I knew had crumbled right before me. Want to find out who I really am. Since you met the Black Swordsman. Trying to melt the snow with some flame. Good line, like it. Alright. Hey! We can save and raise our level potentially. Okay, we're making some progress. Definitely not finishing this, but like we already knew that going in. Alright, finally raise my endurance. You get like one level per stop, it feels like. I mean, I probably could farm, but like there's no fun in that. I wouldn't really want to farm the enemies to death. That would just be boring. Like at the start of the novel lines that were supposed to be from Black Rose were given to Kite. That happened several times throughout the novels and it got annoying. Yeah, I can imagine that. That would feel kind of sloppy if I read it from any other franchise. Until I steal Guts' strange strength. How would you come to mind to steal our luggage instead of carry them? Notice how tough this world can be to you. The ferry. Damn. Like, I love how these, like, they're literally like the side character protagonists that hop along for the ride. Serpico. Oh, fucking hell, Noble's kneeling? You do realize we're going to go fight monstrosities and demons and gods until one of them kills me or I kill enough of them that they don't stop coming out. To be fair, the world is slowly undergoing a magical apocalypse. It's very slow, but it is happening. Do as you wish. It's like, I'm not gonna stop you. It's not worth the energy. They are the ones who later shall found full-blown D&D party. Berserker, mage, thief, all that stuff. Healer, puck. They do for a full D&D party. Cool. Good to know. I'm expecting something from strangers. I had to tie her up to stop her from going off into wandering and trying to grab objects when there are fucking ghost demons around us. I know she's basically like a child, but like still. We're going to a port town. I'm not really sure where we're going really or why, but let's do it. Oh, I know that from the anime. Kept on repeating in my mind, this is a D&D campaign. These monsters get on my nerves. Oh, frick. Oof. They wait for me to do a single attack and then they do like a barrage. Alright, got him. Let's go full on Berserker mode. To be fair, he is very much a barbarian Berserker. Damn it. This could have been solved if they had showed the writer and then edited together a video of all the cutscenes in the games. Yeah, honestly, like, I feel like you could have just looked... Was this before or after YouTube? Because, like, I know there, like, for most games, there literally are those online. Like, you can literally have a game name / movie, and, like, you know, like, almost every game on Steam that has any kind of fan base at all has some kind of put together like movie cutscene thing, because it takes like no effort, and so there's almost always at least one fan of a game who's willing to put it together. Alright, these zombies are a little boring. We're gonna keep moving. Heal. Every time you want to do a heal, you've got to do this stupid fucking anime cutscene. I get it. It was probably very graphically intensive for the PS2 era. Very probably impressive. But nowadays, your graphics do not look that good. I mean, they look good like for the time. Don't mistake me as it. Don't mistake my words as insults. Alright, come on, come on, come on. First and second installment of Dot Hackers come out in 2002. So, okay, so it was like really early YouTube, so they probably didn't have compilations of like all the cutscenes yet. At least not for anything that wasn't like a major release. When did YouTube come out, actually? When was YouTube released? Or like started? I actually cannot remember off the top of my head. Alright, there we go. Slash. I will say, it is very, very enjoyable to watch an enemy be bisected in half by a sword swing. Not a lot of games are willing to let you bisect your enemies like this. Especially not down, like, the top. Like, that upper, that freaking, like, the fucking cutting physics here are actually pretty decent. They're not like a full, like, you know, Metal Gear Rising Revengeance kind of thing. But they're good enough, I think I can say. The fact that you can even cut the legs into two pieces after you cut them in half. YouTube was founded in 2005. Okay, so so it was after Dot Hack. And the YouTube we were thinking of probably didn't even come out for like another year, because originally it was like a dating website or whatever. Giving justice to this game, even such heavy sword drags pretty smoothly and meaty. Also trying to switch between lock and not lock stance. Yeah. Oh man, that's still, I don't think that can ever not be satisfying. Whamp. Get wrecked in half. Oof. There it goes. Dating website where females got paid for making an account, if I remember correctly. They could still edit a video together. YouTube is just a hosting site since it wasn't the only one. Well, yeah, but I'm saying, like, the YouTube we know, which is the community that was born. I'm not even saying that you couldn't upload videos, because, yeah, you could upload videos from the start. I'm saying that the idea of just posting stuff onto YouTube from video files didn't really come out for, like, another year or two after YouTube came about. Like, it didn't immediately go from, like, dating website to what we did. It was not a dating website. It wasn't a dating website. Okay, what was it then? I thought it was a dating website. I could have sworn. What was, like, YouTube's original idea then? Was it literally just originally just random video hosting? I thought it was something weird it originally was trying to be. Kill the red ghost. Oof. Getting meatied. Story. Developed the idea for YouTube. They had experienced difficulty sharing videos. Okay. Alright. Alright, come on, come on, come on, come on. Kill him, kill him. Heal. If that's so, I guess it's an interesting thing to research my boredom time. Okay, cool. I love how they're commenting on me like I'm not getting my ass beat. Wikipedia really is a great thing. Honestly, Wikipedia might be one of the biggest miracles on the internet. Because remember, this is a free, non-profit-driven data set that is constantly anyone can add to, but still manages to maintain accurate information for the most part, because they have a team of moderators that will literally scour over every word on the page. On every one of the pages, because they have like just an insane amount of moderators going back and like checking for any changes, any deviations from actual fact. Give the Wikipedia people are like some of the only people I've ever regularly donated to for like website wise, because it's just like, yeah, I'll donate to Wikipedia. Those people are doing a great service for the world, especially in the age of information becoming harder and harder to find. It's like, good gods, the AI information scourge is just like, Wikipedia is just the bastion in the back of the room, going like, yes, we are still here, we are still doing good work. Give her a good rage, also a good combo extension. I get it, I should be using my rage more often. I just don't like wasting it, and then it goes away. Okay. Oh, we might actually see something before... So we're gonna see another cutscene, and then we're probably gonna, like, look for a save point and quit. Oh, what is this nonsense? What's with these guys? They're zombies. Yeah, they're zombies. Probably. Wow, it's a lot of zombies. Like a lot of zombies. Hey, at least they can't bite us. But I don't really think these are the bite-infecting zombies. These don't really look like the bite-infecting kind of zombies, you know? Oh, shoot. What's going on? Everything's freezing. One of my monitors flickered off for some fucking reason. I have no clue why. That was fun. You can rage out of it. It's a good idea. You recharge it fast enough. I gotta get heading to bed. That's fair. That's fair. Honestly, I think I've seen what I need to see in this game. This is about what I've come to expect. We did some boss fights. We had some fun. I think this is probably a good stopping point. We don't really need to get to another save point because we're not going to be continuing this next time. Next time we're going to be moving on to 2 new games next week because we're in our Halloween variety hour. This was pretty fun though. Honestly, if it were in the GameCube days and I had a PS2 instead of a GameCube, I probably would have played. Well, I wouldn't have been allowed to play this because it has, you can bisect people and there's lots of blood and guts. I might have been able to trick my parents and think it was an anime game, but it's probably rated M and I wouldn't have been able to get a hold of it. But like, I would have been into this kind of thing. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and stop this here for now. This has been fun. Good suggestion, NeuroDragon. So, yeah. I guess I will see you guys all next time. Because I've got to get to sleep and go to work tomorrow, unfortunately. Bye. I'm not sure. It depends. Let's put it as a maybe and put a pin in that. I'm paying some girls $100 on Craigslist for dating videos. Looks like they quickly allowed any video. Okay, so that's where I probably got the dating thing from. Alright. Well, again, this looks like a pretty good stopping point. We're going to put a pin in this for maybe in the future, and I will see you guys all next time. Bye.